Suicide Squad is the latest comic book movie in a slew of seemingly endless comic book movies to hit theaters. It has a really stupid plot. In fact, it barely has a plot. It's really all just one big excuse to get all these DC villains together and this big crossover thing and stuff like that. And I don't say that in a negative way. I really don't. In fact, thank God for that. I mean, it's a stupid plot, silly stuff, but it is straightforward. It's not needlessly complicated, full of twists and ridiculous shit and subplots and all this stuff, like something like Batman v Superman, which had that kind of stuff maybe just to justify its own existence, its own scale, and its overabundance of characters. Here there's even more characters, but in comparing the two, it's like we have Batman and Superman. Obviously, we know these two characters are the biggest comic book characters of all time. They're fighting. We want to see them fight. The reason why they fight is stupid. The reason why they stop fighting is stupid, in my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of people agree. Martha, Martha, whatever. Who cares? But here, we have all these characters, and they are at a certain advantage in the fact that they're not as well known as Batman and Superman. They're a little bit more, in terms of how general worldwide audiences know them, a little bit more obscure. I mean, a fair amount of people know who Harley Quinn is, and of course the Joker, but other characters like Deadshot, maybe not so much, and El Diablo, maybe not so much, Killer Croc, etc. So they are an advantage in that sense, but when you look at this movie and step back from it and look at the entire kind of plot, it really is more character based. The plot itself is stupid, but we have individual character motivations that are really, really fair, I think, and a lot more convincing than something like Batman v Superman. So they all have their reason for kind of being coaxed into having their arms twisted into joining this whole league of, let's avenge or fight against whatever, and you buy it. So they all have their individual motivations, and they all have their own individual kind of insecurities, their hopes, their fears. In fact, there's a really great moment near the end of the movie. The main villain is this witch, enchantress, where she kind of shows each and every one of them kind of their deep desires, and I thought that was great. And there's another great scene in a bar where they're all kind of just shedding their insecurities, like it's almost like a Breakfast Club kind of moment, and that's kind of what the movie is. I mean, it is this big kind of operative kind of thing where they're joining this team and they're doing their stuff, but that's the Suicide Squad. In another sense, it's almost like a double play on the word, like squad, like I don't know, like Pep Squad or whatever. It's like a high school movie, almost. They kind of like bond in a John Hughesy kind of way, in a weird way. But I thought that was, a good move in focusing more on the characters, because there's a lot to work with here, and a lot that they have to give fair time. And obviously they'll focus on certain characters more than others. Like, it's almost kind of funny at the beginning of the movie. They show like the dossiers, and they're like, okay, this is Harley Quinn. They show flashback to Harley Quinn. It's like 10 minutes. They're like, here's Deadshot. Again, another 10 minutes. There's like, here's Killer Croc. 2 seconds. So, I don't know, kind of funny. Boomerang, 5 seconds. But whatever. I mean, certain characters get more play, and justifiably so. I mean, Will Smith, a big star, Harley Quinn, one of the more well-known characters. So I thought, in all fairness, they balanced it appropriately with the characters, and it is great to see, all these villains who are good guys in the scope of this movie, which I thought was cool, because we all, as audiences, we do really like villains, right? I mean, a hero is only as good as his villain, and, in some cases, we kind of root for the villain in a weird kind of way. Like, think of how many people, just absolutely love the Joker from The Dark Knight, and almost, like, kind of see his side of things. So I think that is pretty interesting that they'd finally make that ultimate move, and like, and not in a way like Despicable Me or Megamind, where like, oh, supervillain is the hero of the movie. No, they're the rogues gallery of Batman and Superman and all that, and they are the heroes of this movie in their own twisted way. So I thought that was great. I really liked that, and I think, for all the DC cinematic universe's faults, and they've had their falters. Man of Steel wasn't the best movie. It was good. I liked it. Batman v Superman, it was a mess, but here they've planted their flag. Marvel has done the Avengers, they've done the superhero crossover, but they have the distinction, DC, of doing this all-villain superstar lineup of bad guys as good guys. kind of movie. So they'll always have that, and then I commend them for that. I thought it was really good move, and I think David Ayer made the right choices with this movie, not just with the characters, with their moments. I mean, the best parts are when they're interacting with each other. There's some really good dialogue and really snappy one-liners. Apparently, there were reshoots to kind of lighten the mood after Batman v Superman, and that kind of shows like not all of them are winners, but not all of them are like zinger, 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 like Avengers: Age of Ultron or something like that. But I think it has a great style. It does feel like this very comic booky kind of movie. It has this kind of theme to its stylistic, multicolored kind of, almost like trippy, psychedelic kind of blue and pink and purple kind of encompassing flashbacks. I thought that was all really, really cool and well done. It is this great, stylish, mischievous, chaotic movie, which I loved. It has a lot of attitude to it. So many great visuals in the movie too. Like there is a great scene, again, with not giving away too much here, but there is a scene that shows Harley Quinn in a flashback where she finally makes like the final jump to being actually Harley Quinn, uh, with the Joker, where she's kind of making an oath to him, basically. Where there's such a great visual there, and it's played to this. I think it's like a Lana Del Rey track or something like that. But it's a great scene and a great visual, and man, Harley Quinn and the Joker, what a great pairing! I mean, they really did pull it off. A lot of people kind of have been waiting for the two in a movie, and I think they did a great job here. It's a great and sick and twisted romance between the two characters that almost becomes the highlight of the movie. And it's the romance that'll set the summer on fire and surely inspire a lot of YouTube fan videos and Tumblr GIF sets or something like that. GIF sets, anyway. I thought it was a great pairing, and Jared Leto, really good as the Joker. He doesn't hijack the movie, which I think is very important, because a lot of people are kind of expecting that. And you kind of look back to that moment where we saw that picture of him, where they first revealed what he looks like, the new tattooed, grilled, crazy Joker. He's pretty much what you can expect, or what you would have expected, at least what I kind of would have expected. He's a newer kind of Joker, he's a sexier kind of Joker, and he's different. He's not trying to be Heath Ledger, because as Leto says himself, Ledger was perfect. So I mean, there's that. I mean, the minimal percentage that he has in the movie I thought was really good. But clearly, I mean, he's actually overshadowed by Margot Robbie, surprisingly enough. I mean, everyone was kind of like talking about, is Jared Leto going to do the Joker? I mean, everyone just had complete faith in Robbie, and she delivers. She's the best character in the movie. She's one of the best characters of the year, has all the great moments, has all the funny lines. Margot Robbie is perfect as Harley Quinn. This is, a great version of the character that we finally see for the very first time. We've seen like 4 different cinematic Jokers, countless different Batman. But this is the first Harley Quinn, so Margot Robbie has a distinction. So I thought it was an excellent performance, great all around. I mean, Will Smith. His roles, he's very selective. He always wants to be like the main hero, and in a way he kind of is, because Deadshot, he's kind of the leader of the pack, and I thought he was great. Very funny too. I mean, and there is kind of a friendship between him and Harley Quinn too that I thought was really well done. And just all around, all the characters, El Diablo was great. Enchantress, she was great. That conflict there, and I got to give this movie credit for one major thing. Jai Courtney, whatever his name is, he's actually really good in this movie. It's a miracle. He's great. He's so funny as Boomerang, and I got to give it to this movie. I mean, it made me actually like Jai Courtney, which is, it's a weird feeling, but it feels okay. So I thought the movie was great. I loved it. I really did. And I know going into this, like we see, there's kind of the Rotten Tomatoes thing where it's like it has low scores from critics, and then it sparks this whole debate of, critics aren't really right about things, and in a certain sense, you can kind of trust the fact that it's not like this particular website, Rotten Tomatoes, is like targeting movies. No, it's just collecting data and displaying the data. That's it. And the data was kind of right about Batman v Superman, but I think Suicide Squad it makes all the right moves, and I think we'll see kind of a more evening out of the review percentages. I don't think it's going to be an absolute bomb with critics, and I think audiences will really respond to, especially with kind of the Harley and Joker thing. To be perfectly, I mean, I'd love to see a movie with just those two. I really would. So, uh, I I'm surprised. I was kind of once bitten and twice shy about Batman v Superman. I'm like, are they going to do another sucky movie? No, they did not. Suicide Squad was great. I loved it. Great action, funny, great stylistic mischief to it. Very good performances, particularly from Margot Robbie, and I loved it. So what else can I say? That's my review of Suicide Squad. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Visit Derek237.com. And until next time, I'll see you later.